We use his theorem every day without even knowing it. He often hailed as the first great mathematician. Who is he, and how can we explain his theorem? To begin with, his name was Pythagoras. He was also called Pythagoras of Samos, as he was born on Samos, an island in ancient Greece, around 570 BCE. He enjoyed poetry and music, especially playing the lyre, as well as traveling with his father, a merchant. He was very interested in mathematics, philosophy, and astronomy. Even as a child, he was well educated and very intelligent for his age. He was taught mathematics by Thales and Anaximander, who was an earlier student of Thales. Thales, who was an astronomer and philosopher, advised that Pythagoras go to Egypt to continue his studies. In 535 BCE, Pythagoras left Samos and traveled to Egypt because the Polycrates took control in Greece. He wanted to study with the Egyptian priests about their religious practices and the Egyptian culture. He lived in Egypt for the next 22 years of his life and was forced to leave when the Persians invaded Egypt. He was taken to Babylon as prisoner and returned to Samos about 5 years later. He started a school in Samos when he returned, called the Semicircle. He taught about his philosophy of life, which was based on his understanding of mathematics and knowledge of God and spiritual truth. The leaders of Samos did not like the new ideas that he was teaching. The political leaders wanted him to get involved in politics, but he refused to, and so left Samos once again to go to Italy. He settled in Crotona, a Greek colony in Italy, about 512 BCE. His ideas and teaching were more popular here. Pythagoras established a school and founded his own religion, Pythagoreanism. The followers of this religion were called the Pythagoreans. Many of the Pythagoreans lived at the school. This religion became their lifestyle. The main belief of Pythagoreanism was that everything could be reduced to numbers and explained by mathematics. One of their other beliefs were that Pythagoras had supernatural powers, and along with many other abilities, could talk to animals, predict earthquakes, stop wind from blowing, and remember his previous lives. One of their weirder beliefs was that it was sinful to eat or touch beans, and this belief may have later cost Pythagoras his life. The Pythagoreans lived in strict secrecy, cut off from most of the society. They shared their ideas within the group of them, but nobody got credit for the mathematical discoveries they made. Instead, Pythagoreans chose to always give credit to Pythagoras. This is why it is uncertain whether Pythagoras actually came up with all the mathematical discoveries that he is credited for, or if they came from the Pythagorean society. Pythagoras, along with many other discoveries, is also credited with relating music to mathematics. Pythagoras died around 490 BCE, age 75, in Metapontum, Italy. The reason of his death is not certain, but there are many theories, some of which include him getting burnt out of his school or being caught and killed by an angry mob because he refused to cross a bean field. The Pythagoreans didn't survive long after his death. The ideas and culture were greatly suppressed, so the brotherhood fell. Even though Pythagoreanism didn't survive, Pythagoras' mathematical, musical, and philosophical discoveries continue to influence our modern culture.